joining us on the phone, we have got Miss Heidi Fleiss herself, and she's brought friends. You brought like a whole entourage this morning, Heidi?
I have Dennis Hoff, who's in my show on Animal Planet, and Cami Parker.
Very
They're both
nice.
part of the TV show.
Very cool. Dennis has actually been on our show before. I don't remember what we were talking about, but we've had Dennis on. So good to see you, Dennis.
Thank you. You know, our show, HBO show, has been on 10 years. We're just finishing it up December 1st, our 10th year.
Excellent. Very good. Well, Heidi Fleiss, a lot of people... What was the last thing you did before this in the public eye? Was it Celebrity Rehab?
Probably Celebrity Rehab.
So people saw you on Celebrity Rehab, and on the show, you had some issues with being in rehab because you wanted to get back to your parrots. And this show's all about the parrots, right?
Yes, yes.
And what's the deal with parrots here? I mean, how have you always been a bird lover, or what? Explain to us this parrot thing.
Absolutely not. I've never even had a pet. And then when I was 40 years old, a dying madam's last words were, "You take care of my birds." I told her no, and she dropped dead. So, and she had about 300 birds. I rehomed them. I only kept 3, and out of the 3, they caught my heart. I fell in love with just one, and that one did me in.
And so there you go. So now are they certain? Is it all one type of parrot, or is there a variety?
All macaws. Macaws are like the pimpin' birds. They are the Rolls Royce Bentleys. They're the best you can get.
Mm-hmm. And so that's all it is. You've never thought about maybe venturing into other types of birds? You're just strictly a macaw person?
No, I did have an African gray, which are really cool, but macaws are bigger and they bullied it, so I gave it to my brother.
All right.
But macaws are just... I'm just macaws. I have 20 birds, and I can't ever have 21.
I like it. And so what's the...
night in the show is that Heidi's home is a birdhouse. She lives with 20 birds. They have the rule of the house. She has pooper scoopers following her around all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of Cammy's roles in the show, is cleaning up the poop. And it's fascinating how she lives. And I think it's even more fascinating how something can take your heart like birds have.
Mm-hmm. That is cool. And what else are you up to, Heidi? Is it just... I mean, what do you do during the day? Is it all about the birds now, or what's life like for Heidi Fleiss?
Well, besides the birds, I have another show coming up on matchmaking.
Oh,
but
cool.
and I am planning on moving the birds back to Hollywood. That'll be part of probably one of our episodes, is moving them all to Hollywood.
Is that where are you moving to Hollywood?
I'm moving back to Hollywood.
And
yeah.
what's your plan there? Do you have a gig lined up, or you just want to be back in L.A.?
Well, I'm born and raised there, and I have a show on dating and relationships. So I've been in the desert 5 years, and my birds need to be around. They need more socialization, and I think Hollywood will be better for them.
Yeah, these are very fancy birds. They need to be in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to nice restaurants. And,
they need more socialization. They like people.
I definitely get that. That's for sure. And what do you? Is it all about TV now? I mean, are you comfortable with this? Are you happy? Are you just making reality shows, or do you have any plans for the future of other things you want to do?
I got to go where the money is, and the money's in TV.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Are you not set? I mean, you'd think that with all the with your past life that you'd have a pretty comfortable future. Was a lot of that money spent back in the day, or are you
kidding?
fine?
Wait a minute. When the federal government gets a hold of you, you don't have a penny left.
I see. So the government took all that hard-earned money.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Yes. Well, at least you made a name for yourself, and you can use it and make some money now. So that's beneficial. Do you still have a lot of Hollywood friends, or most of the people in Hollywood, did they distance themselves from you?
I never name names. I have a lot of really close friends.
Good.
Heidi has got amazing friends, and they've all supported her, and it's because she didn't out anybody.
I see. So her keeping them private back in the day has kept the relationships alive.
Well, look,
I like it.
So many madams get arrested. You hear about, they always say, bigger than Heidi Fleiss, like Heidi Fleiss, this. And they all go on to write these tell-all books. Bottom line is, you don't know any of their names. They're not like Heidi Fleiss. They're not bigger than Heidi Fleiss. They're a bunch of losers. And there's only one madam, Heidi Fleiss.
Yes, yeah. I love it. Is it hard going from that life? I always wonder in these positions, these jobs where you make so much money, is it hard going from that to earning a quote-unquote honest living? I mean, do you ever look back at that life and go, man, I wish I could just spend a few months back there and, stack up all this money and be able to take a year off?
It depends how much your honest living is paying. It's all relative. Look, in the end, all that matters is happiness. And so whatever's going to get you there is all good.
And you're going to see that on the show tonight. You're going to look at this and say this is crazy. Or, but it makes her happy, and that's all that counts. Because I look at it. You'll hear me tonight on the show. Nuts. This whole thing's nuts. They stole your life.
I think they're beautiful and amazing.
I love it. Well, Cammy, you're so sweet. Look at all these people. It's just a love fest. If you want to see more and learn more about Heidi and the Macaws and what's going on in her life and see Dennis and all of them, check out Prostitutes to Parrots tonight on Animal Planet.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night on Animal Planet. Great show, and you can see Heidi Fleiss. You can see Dennis Hoff, the owner of the legendary Bunny Ranch. I still have to come down and visit you, Dennis. I'll put it on the schedule soon.
You know, I have that booty pass in my pocket for you.
I appreciate that.
Anytime you get lonely or you have a girlfriend that really doesn't feel good that night, you know, you can come see me.
I know where to get Cammy. I will put you on the top of the list. Thank you guys so much. Heidi Fleiss, thanks for joining us this morning. You guys have a great day.
Thank you. Watch the show.
All right, bye-bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.